All right, what's up, everybody? This is Big Weezy. I'm going to go through my strategy that I'm going to play, I think, next season, or at least as of right now. It could change a little bit, but I feel like this is a very strong start. And if you're in just looking for a different strategy to help boost your Axis play, I'll go over some allies pointers here too, but mainly I'm focused on Axis and what to do for a quick start. My strategy is going to mirror Marius's start with the tank rush. However, I'm not going to stack Ukraine round one. That's pretty much the only difference. I am going to go for Pearl as Japan. So I guess there's two differences. Sorry. So I'll be going over attacking Pearl and then flying over fighters as well. I'm going to go low luck just to show you what the strategy looks like. I'm going to try to go fast so that way this video doesn't take forever. And I know I had a video where I was playing myself in the past, and I just could not get motivated. So this is gonna be like a 3 round game. I'm mainly focused on the timing of India, just to show you like the proper moves and what allies need to do as well. But I want to show you a very strong start for Axis, and we'll get right into it. All right, so standard 4 to buy. I'm gonna have the German bomber die first this season, I believe. That way I can get a little bit slightly better odds in Ukraine. So I'll lose 2 to 3 infantry here. Okay, the standard 3. Alright, so taking the bomber first. They usually have the bomber after artillery just to provoke another round to sort of eliminate like a top 2% strafe scenario. Now, if there's one tank left, I'm not going to plop the AA gun in there. I want maximum defense in West Russia. I'll leave this AA gun in Caucasus just if it wants to go down to India. I'll bring everything back. I'll leave Bury empty, and I'll fortify Szechuan this turn. Well, actually, I've got 3 infantry loss, so I want to bring it back. If I had like a 2 infantry loss, I'd probably throw it over here. With a tank rush, I gotta treat it like I don't know what's gonna happen. If someone's gonna tank rush me and like stack Ukraine, I want that extra infantry there. It does make a difference. It's weird, but 1 infantry can make a pretty big difference. Just on a strafe. All right, I'm gonna go tank rush here. I like to go 6 to see zone 7. I rarely go 5. It's got to be something pretty special. Do that. All right, with 1 tank here. Okay, I think actually with this setup, I think I'm gonna go after Africa for more income. I'll go light here. That should be it. I played through this a few times. So if I'm going, you're like, how is he going so fast? Because I've thought about this for a while, and it's part of my life in a way. So I'm just very motivated by it. Uh-oh. No, that's not good. Blanks. We're shooting blanks here. There we go. There we go. Okay. 6 in season 7. I was gonna make a vasectomy joke there, but I don't know why I didn't. was gonna say, yeah, shooting blanks. Like, hopefully, what I'll be doing after uh, surgery in a month. I don't know. I like being open about stuff. It's what the world should be, you know. I was like, is that TMI? I don't think so. Whatever. It's a video. Okay, I'm gonna stack Libya just like Marius does because if UK goes for it, then I can really pressure India. And then I actually like to stack France. I'm gonna bring one up here because that's where it can reach. I don't think it can reach anything else, right? Yeah, no, it can reach there. And then the one that can't reach, I'll place that in France, I guess, to offer a little bit of a dead zone. Infantry moves up. I'm only going to put one infantry in each territory, except for Karelia, where I'll put an AA gun, and I'll stack Finland. I'm going to keep one infantry back because I want 3 to attack northwest if allies go for northwest. If I go for northwest. Two tanks there and a dude. That's something like that. There we go. Okay, something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist at heart, so let's just get the big idea on paper. Now I've got 3 infantry to counter northwest. If he gets lucky, he gets 2 hits. Or, I mean, you could leave 2 infantry, put 1 more infantry up, because if he lands with northwest with the tank and the infantry, if allies do that, then I could counter with 2 infantry, and let's say I get unlucky and I don't capture that, then it's not the end of the world. It's not like France where it hurts you. Okay, UK, I think in this scenario, most people say drop a fleet. I don't think so. I think you barricade West Russia. I've done this a few times now, and this works. This helps you defend India and West Russia at the same time for the first 2 rounds, 3 rounds maybe. With 3, I like to send 4. I will not attack the battleship. There's no bomber by, so that's pretty good because it's just tank, infantry, artillery, and then the American fighter can probably land here. If there were 2 units surviving, I'd probably bring the transport in. I could bring the transport in, then I wouldn't have to fortify with a U.S. fighter. 3, 4. I don't think I can afford to do. Yeah, I think I need to beef it up with 2. Throw away a transport. It may seem wasteful. I think it's okay. See there, I don't have to fortify with any air. It's solid, and it can get back in time to defend India. And that transport is so out of range anyways, it's not really impactful till like round 3 or 4. So it's no sweat. So a lucky C-Zone 7 turns into an unlucky C-Zone 7 for Germany on the counter. Oh, we'll got 1 hit. That's pretty good for Germany. Well, not good, but that's average. UK, this fighter goes here. I'm going to retreat from that territory. I'm going to grab infantry. Normally I'll leave 3 infantry in Australia. I'm just trying something a little bit different because this infantry likes to defend Alaska, so that's pretty good. Sometimes I don't pick that up. Tomato, it's kind of hard to distinguish what's the best. Since no bomber buy, I can put UK fighter in Kazakh. Amun taught me that. I think that's it. Playing fast. We're at the 10-minute mark. Not bad. This is going to be a pretty good video, I feel like. If I blunder something, then that's okay. As long as you get the big idea. 1 infantry, 1 tank, that's a popular buy. It kind of allows you to go for India without going all in. You can still pivot. Alright, here's where I'm thinking about something different. Well, I've got a fighter there that can hit this transport. I want to get that free transport. Okay, I like going Pearl with the tank rush to some degree, or that's the difference between Marius. Like Marius is like, don't ever go tank rush that way, or don't ever go Pearl to tank rush. I just don't want this fleet to come down here and be a nuisance and bring back fighters, because you can take this fleet, bring it to 45, and you can merge this fleet from 41 and bring it to 39 and then threaten East Indies. Again, learned that from Athea Amund. And that's just really annoying to play against, so I want to take that fleet out. 4v4 is actually not too bad. I could go 5v4 regular Pearl. Let's just do that. That's what I'd probably do in ranked. So let me not pretend like I wouldn't do that in ranked. 6 there. Fighter. 4 and 2. All right, 4 and 2. Since there's not much here, I'll bring another fighter over, another infantry over. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna pass on the Szechuan attack. That could be an option though, so consider that for your game. Again, these aren't like, I'm not saying, I know I ironically made videos called optimal openings. There's different ones. It depends on your strategy, but there's some different moves you can make, and they're like splitting hairs. So if you want to attack Szechuan there, 5v4, I think that's a good solid battle too. All right, I gotta take the fighter. How many hits? Just 1 hit. Yeah, I gotta take the fighter. So I definitely don't want to overshoot. Well, it's not the worst case if you overshoot and then you have to stack that season. US has to counter and get some decent dice. Uh-oh. All right, that was actually pretty nice. So that worked out well. This fighter can still stack Ukraine, which is what I'm looking for. Kind of light on defense there. 3 fighters. 1, 2. Well, if UK had bought like a bomber in India round 1 and placed it there, then I wouldn't put 3 fighters there. But 2 infantry and a fighter should get a hit. And then 2 hits. Yeah. I feel more comfortable with 4 fighters there. So maybe I should have omitted the UK transport. Anyways, you get the picture. I'm not going to play perfect here. So just want to give you the idea, and then you can tweak it yourself. All right, so sometimes it's good to go 2 aircraft carriers, but when it's a tank rush, I don't go as much. If you bought a bomb, if Axis buys a bomber round 1, then I'll go 2 aircraft carriers. For right now, the standard old buy I used to do will work. Yeah, I can land a fighter there. To kill that sub or not to kill the sub, let's do it. It doesn't really matter. Okay, hit that, and then I doubt Japan would go for that. I get playing against most players. Don't want to bring that bomber back, so I want to go for that battleship. Destroyer there to make it a little bit difficult. Now it's important to kind of keep this tank here because next round you want to be able to bring another tank down to dead zone. It's pretty important there. So kind of just recently learned that. I can't do my Y stack really unless I bring the battleship in because of the bomber and air. I could bring a transport, I don't know. Alright. Fighter. Bomber. Keep those guys up there. I might move an AA to get closer to plop that in Alaska. Is that everything? Oh, retreat these guys. Going Ricky Bobby fast here. Alright. About 15 minutes in and we're done with round 1. Here's my round 2 buy. Alright, I like going 2 and 2. So like 4v 2.5. And then I would do something like, or actually, you know what I would do? I'd go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I do a triple trade here. Alright, I would consider retreating, but I would probably do at least another round. Alright, with one guy surviving. I think as I got air, I can trade a little bit more aggressively, and I don't want to own Corellia round 1, getting like purchasing troops there immediately. And then my units would get a hit back, like an artillery and a tank would get a hit back. But it's debatable. You could retreat there and be fine too. Just playing a little bit more aggressive. Alright, and then these troops all should get hit back, so it kind of evens out. Don't want to put the AA guns in there yet. Just bring everybody back. There's an argument to be made about attacking Bury with acute Russian troops and then putting pressure that kind of takes pressure off of India. That's a good move. I'm just not doing that at the moment. Tank down here. Tank is versatile. It can blitz down to India if India needs help. AA is fine. But you know what? Actually, where was my AA? Let's leave that in Caucasus for now. There's no threat. No threat. Alright, and then artillery can all go into Caucasus because then it kind of helps dead zone Ukraine a bit. Alright. Germany. Here's a good buy for Germany. So, to put like a little bit more max pressure on West Russia, what I would do is about 7 infantry, 2 fighters, maybe 8. And that's 11 total. And the 2 fighters will help when both Karelia and Ukraine are stacked. So, let's see here. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 plus 4. Or 17 minus 4. 13. So I can stack about 12 units. So I need to come out about 13 units because I'll lose 1. So about 12 units. So 13 units. 1, 2, 3. Oh, these fighters can't stack though. It's interesting. Just fighters can attack. So about 12 units there, maybe. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? That's the difference there. Grabbing tank infantry, coming through, hitting. That's what I do differently, grabbing from Africa. So I don't need as many tanks from Poland. It's 13. Let's see what this will look like. Now I can stack that with 13. So 10, 11, 12, 13. Look how cool that is. Like 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got 5 guys. 5 guys there. Yeah. Okay, so this is the opening. This is like the meat and potatoes of what I'm talking about. So you can double stack Karelia and Ukraine. This is nothing new. Marius does this with the tank rush. However, he typically his tank rush puts you open to getting strafed and countered and then restacking West Russia. But also, if a strafe goes bad, it opens it up for a nice access win. So there's like give and take. I'm doing a little bit more conservative tank rush where I'm not stacking Ukraine and offering those odds. You can make an argument for that if you're playing a really good opponent and they have a really good opener. Might as well understack Ukraine round 1, buy those 6 tanks, and do the Marius. All right, so I should lose 1 unit. Well, yeah, I should lose 1 unit here. And what's going to be cool is all these fighters are going to be in range too. So, and if let's say UK had dropped a fleet and taken Northwest Europe, I would use some of those fighters to hit Northwestern. I would attack 3 infantry and like 2 or 3 fighters, and then I still would attack Belarusia with 2 infantry and 2 or 3 fighters. Just depends. And then I would have stacked an AA in Northwest if I had some units survive. But no trades here, so I'm just going to ball up a little bit. 5 guys here, 4. Just throw an AA in there. Debatable on bringing 2 infantry forward. Yeah, I think so, because just got to go full steam ahead. I'm already bringing back an infantry AA gun. That's something, again, that you could work out with the logistics. Once again, just giving you a rough idea. It's not going to be perfect. That's what I got to keep telling myself because I'm a perfectionist. Okay, so 9, 3, 1. Look at that. 7 fighters in range of France if allies don't grab both territories, which they would. So 2 fighters. I think it's important to send 2 more fighters round 2 there. So that will help out. All right, what's the buy here? So if transport will grab here, I have a cruiser. I've got to watch out for 3 fighters. So 1, 2, 3 perhaps. I think another transport. Artillery. All right, aircraft carrier, because then it can catch fighters again. Yeah. Attack with 2 infantry to kind of dead zone that. I'm not going to drop off heavy in France because I'll have 2 transports, so just 1 infantry is fine. And I'll show you Amun's trick here. Actually, this fighter. Let's do this. This 1, 2. I would do that with the bomber. 1, 2. I'd probably go. Ooh. All right, 1, 2. That's pretty important to take that. 1, 2. I think I'd go. I don't know if Burma is actually that important to take. I definitely want my all my UK fighters in range here. And I want this fighter to go up to West Russia. I want everything in West Russia possible, except for maybe the bomber. So I would do 2 infantry and a bomber. Yeah, that's about as good as you're gonna get. I need the bomber in India because show you something cool. All right, here's where it comes into. All right, this is Ahmed's move here, Atheist move. Now you can threaten East Indies because you got the bomber. And if I had this other transport, you could actually put the other transport in 29 and be annoying with that, and like grab this guy, place him in Madagascar, and like come in and attack if it's right, or just ship out next round. Bring all these guys back. Tank here. Fighters there. Fighter. Think that's it. Yeah. All right. 1, 2. Just trying to have enough teeth here to dead zone Burma. 5 and 3. That's pretty good. So 8, 9 plus a tank 10. However, I would still stack this with Japan just to force West Russia, to make it awkward for West Russia. So that's the Axis playbook. Like high pressure West Russia, high pressure India, and then see if your opponent adapts properly and then adjust. So here I like to go with the classic 2 infantry, artillery, 2 bomber buy, because you still have a full load of people that you can pick up. You can still grab East Indies and Borneo. And I'll show you how to prevent this kind of cool play down here too. I mean, things were probably made easier, like Russia didn't stack Buri, and then so there's a line there. But let's just stack Burma. The tanks help in defense too, which is nice. That's 13. I'll be able to bring 14, 15. So 8, 9, 10 cannot hit 15, so that's good and stackable. I'm not going for that destroyer. Doesn't make any sense. Ignore it. 3 fighters. They'll fly over. But you see, like, I'm trying to properly defend India. It's very tough. So I probably didn't have to hit and clear Burma. There's an argument for that. But, you know, sometimes people don't play optimally, and that works out in your favor. Okay, so battleship here, aircraft carrier. How do I prevent this Borneo move? So 3 there. So 1, 2, 3. Should be fine with that. Actually, 12, 16, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 versus 16. I could almost take away a fighter. Oh, here we go. Here's a fighter. Ah, this fighter can't reach. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe I should have landed. Okay. Bomber. So I want that fighter in range. So here's a carrier. 1, 2. Would I do that? See, that's risky. 1, 2 versus 1, 2, 3. Bomber, sub, hit, cruiser, let's just say a hit. Battleship, aircraft carrier, hit. So kill the sub. Now it's cruiser bomber versus battleship aircraft carrier. So hit. So cruiser dead, aircraft carrier dead, bomber versus battleship. So it's like a 50-50 play. I don't know if I would do that, but if I was playing really aggressive, oh, duh, don't have to do that. Here we go. Yeah, now I'm good with that. 3 there. Okay, that solved that problem. 2 boomers, artillery, 2 infantry. Now, okay, let's take a look at that. War report, Axis is up. UK has a fleet. This is a very strong position for Axis, and allies are strong too. They got center of the map. They're gonna start trading here very soon. I would either grab, let's see, I'm gonna grab Karelia or I can grab Italy for a turn. Karelia is probably worth it, more so worth it. So that transport we ought to range 2, 4. There'll be a tank here. I'll come back for it next round. This troop will grab northwest as well. Or this will go up and grab that, northwest up here. So, transport, 2 guys. Transport, 2 guys. Then I've got room for, I could actually bring this guy over. So, yeah. Four and 2. Grab that. Grab that. Oh. Okay, grab there. Grab that. It's pretty critical I grab that anyways. It's not critical that I grab Algeria, but I kind of want to grab free income where I can. So it's just an artillery moving through. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, everything's fine. I do want to hit the battleship, but I don't want to land in Caucasus. No, I can. 1, 2, 3. That's just waste. Oh, man, I inadvertently did a really good move as Axis. Didn't even realize it. Yeah, if I want to hit this battleship, I pretty much got to fly in 2 fighters, a bomber. So that's a great spot to be at. I don't even want to attack that yet. Okay, did that purely by accident, but you're here as well. If we discovered that that's a good move for round 2 up into the Caucasus, and put high pressure on West Russia. Man, I really think this strategy is going to be great for next season. Well, if there's nothing to hit with the bomber, it's debatable on bombing, but I kind of want to keep my bomber alive to hit the battleship. I can bring the destroyer in maybe, or yeah, I'll bring fighters here. Bring a fighter, get it closer. All right. Bring this destroyer up here in case so that the Axis player has to commit something. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. A 3v3 for a prize of 2 transports. Debatable. Alright, infantry and a tank down here. Infantry, artillery, following up. Fighter, fighter. This fighter can go... This fighter can go maybe here. This fighter up there. Or these two guys here to Persia, strike back. Fighter there, bomber. Bomber here. Battleship. Grab these two guys, destroyer. We'll move around. This way is a little bit quicker, so one turn, 2 turns, 3 turns. 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns. 1, 2. You can actually move down here. You get a little bit, like one more block of space. Just a little subtle difference. That's all. This guy and the A again are going to march back here since Japan's taking pressure off of Alaska, so no point being there. All right, round 3. I think I'll play one more round. I was going to stop the video here and just show you, like, this is a good setup. So what would I do here? I think I would just trade Bellow, Dead Zone, Caucasus. I haven't really played through this version yet, but let's give it a try. 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't think I'll hit that yet. I'll send 2 infantry because if I get an instant kill, then when he kills me, I'll probably get a hit back. So it's pretty much a 2 for 2. So it's fine. Even trade. All right, we are 38 minutes in. I feel like I've been speeding through this too. Just this game just takes a long time. There's no way around it. Bring these 4 guys back. I would do something like 2 dudes and 2 dudes there. I think I'll leave an AA here. But before I do, let's see the odds. I always want to make sure, like, I'll show you kind of what the odds are. So we've got Germany. Germany's going to have, the only problem is Germany doesn't have any artillery, which is good about capturing Karelia. Counterattacking, recapturing Karelia as Russia, because then you don't let Germany buy any artillery. So they're kind of attacking with just infantry and tanks. So kind of, let's see, 9 infantry, 16 tanks, and they'll have 7 fighters. If I leave 1 AA gun in here, and then I've got 7 infantry plus 5 is 12. And then I've got 4 artillery. And then 2 tanks. And the multinational defense fighters. 7 plus 2, 9 fighters. So slightly profitable. That was just with 1 AA gun. So I gotta leave the second one in there, more likely. Yeah, and that's negative 13. So attackers should be left over with 3 fighters. So it just shows you how strong Germany can get if the Allies don't play it right. That's why I say you have to have those UK fighters come into the middle and help out. And we're at the 40-minute mark. I think I'll end the video here and kind of let you decide on what to do. I'll just kind of run through some mental things that I would probably do as Germany. So I've got this stackable income. I would look to see if I could hit West Russia. If I couldn't, then I would see if I could hold both, which it may not look like that because West Russia's amassed a lot. And if I couldn't hold both Ukraine and Karelia anymore, I would just stack Karelia, shift my tanks back to help dead zone France, and then just play a traditional game of keeping Karelia stacked. And I would just buy a bunch of infantry next round, maybe a fighter or like a fighter with it. I don't know. I'd probably go all infantry from this here on out and just have my 7 fighters. So this is just like an interesting line to see how it's played. It still does feel Allies favored, but they're gonna have to move out of West Russia here to help defend India soon. So I actually, as Germany, I'd probably buy infantry and like another fighter just to put some pressure, or I'd buy artillery and a fighter and some infantry if I could. West Russia would have to evacuate to help save India because that's a lot of pressure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 planes plus these 2 guys. Yeah, I'd have to send all 6 fighters down here. So you see how I can get West Russia out of this? Slide here and then stack Caucasus. It just makes for a very interesting game. And it's I thought air was the only answer immediately, but this tank rush can be a solid. You can do somewhat of a conservative tank rush and still get value. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully my mic was working fine. I didn't test it, so if not, I've done 45 minutes of recording for nothing. But you know how it goes. It's life sometimes. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this gives you some ideas on what to do. Give this a try out and hot seat or queue up with a friend and talk a little strategy, because I think this strategy here can be playable and maybe in some circumstances